Kev G with a weather overview and taking a look at the winter storm for tomorrow, mainly for the interior. The coast is going to largely miss out on this, with the exception of the Connecticut coast. I feel that they have a decent shot at getting some accumulating snow. Now, this is from the Weather Prediction Center. This shows you the probability of at least 4 inches of snow. And the areas in green, that's about 30%. The area in blue that stretches from south central Pennsylvania through parts of Connecticut and through the lower Hudson Valley, that's where the 50% line is, basically. But in the area in orange and red, I think that the probability goes up quite a bit. And I think that's where you're liable to see 4 to 8 inches of snow. And even further up the Hudson Valley near Poughkeepsie, you could see areas of over 8 inches of snow easily from this particular system. There's just not enough cold air near the coastal northeast New York proper, Long Island, down the Jersey Shore, not enough cold air. And in fact, the storm is actually speeding up a little bit. So that means that whatever falls, there's going to be a little bit of sunlight out there, a little bit of, at least sun trying to poke through the clouds. So that's going to limit our snowfall chances even more. And when we look at the timeline off of Storm Team 4, you got to go all the way back to February 27, 28, 2023 to see Central Park get over an inch of snow. And that's going to be the main question tomorrow for the sad sack snow lovers like myself. Will Central Park go over that magical 1.8 inches of snow for this particular system? And my guess would be no at this point. So when we take a look at the NAM model, I'm going to show you that it is speeding up the timing. So I thought originally that this is going to snow at night, and I thought that we would have more of a chance, at least near the coast, of seeing some at least accumulating snow due to the fact that the sun would be down. But in fact, the NAM model and other models like it are bringing in the precipitation around 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow, and it could start as snow everywhere, and then the closer to the coast you get, it should turn over to rain. Meanwhile, in the interior, in those areas that are in the mid-Hudson, lower Hudson Valley and points north, it stays all snow, and it becomes heavy at times. And I think you will see some surprise amounts of, maybe flirting with double digits over places like Albany, Poughkeepsie, even over like Orange County. I think they can be double-digit amounts. And you can see that the low-pressure center by 7 a.m. is still straddling the coast, and it's still snowing a little bit over the inland areas before it finally pulls away. And for most of the day Sunday, I think it'll just be cleanup action before the next storm takes shape. And this storm is going to be a doozy. In fact, I'm a little bit more worried about the overall impacts of this storm coming in on Tuesday into Wednesday. And that's not really for the reason that it's going to be a winter storm around here. It's for the reason that it's going to produce a lot of different types of hazards. Strong, potentially damaging winds, heavy rain. I think you could see flooding rains, especially Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning. And then the possibility of coastal flooding. And that's something that you're really going to want to check as far as local effects with coastal flooding. And make sure to stay tuned, because after this storm goes by Sunday, we'll get a break. Monday will be quiet. And then we will see a ferocious storm. Not really a coastal storm, but definitely a very strong storm take shape. And this is how it all plays out off of the GFS. You can see that the aforementioned winter storm goes off the playing field, and by the time we get into late Monday into Tuesday, low pressure is starting to take shape over the Midwest, and it is starting to spread out with very strong winds spreading over hundreds of miles. And we're fine for Tuesday morning, but then by Tuesday afternoon, I would say probably around dinner time on Tuesday, rain starts to sweep in, and it gets heavy at times. And then we deal with strong, potentially damaging winds for Tuesday night, late in the overnight hours, into the wee hours, and then into Wednesday morning as the storm slowly moves away. If you have plans on flying for Tuesday and Wednesday, definitely check with your airport carrier, because this storm is going to be a menace, not only for our neck of the woods, but it's going to spread its winds and even snow back in the Midwest. And it is going to cause a lot of disruption on late Tuesday into Wednesday. So definitely check with your air carrier. And then the GFS, by the time we get into next Friday into Saturday, it's trying to throw another storm at our region. And this would be by Saturday. I don't really know whether this is real or not. We're going to have to check back, but it looks like it's a carbon copy of the storm that is going to happen for Saturday night into Sunday. So a lot going on, folks. This is not last winter. This is going to be a very stormy winter. With any luck for the snow lovers near the coast, we'll eventually get into a situation where cold air will be nearby when one of these storms comes by. But definitely for the interior, it's a big winter storm, and I think that it will be remembered for not delivering the snow at Central Park the way it could have if the situation were a little bit different. But we've got 2 storms in the near term, and I'm very concerned about the Tuesday night into Wednesday system, especially with respect to the potential for damaging winds, coastal flooding, and very heavy rain, maybe upwards of 2 inches for most of us for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So stay tuned. I'll have another video update on Monday.